Welcome to week 4 of Digital Strategy in Action. This week, we will consider how digital growth leaders keep their companies from slowing down by brainstorming and executing growth trajectories that keep their companies growing faster than their rivals. As part of this week's assignments, you will define disciplined growth strategies, assess the current growth trajectory of a digital business, identify at least 3 new growth vectors for sustaining the growth of that digital business, evaluate each vector based on growth potential, competitive position, investment required, and estimated profitability, and recommend and defend the best new growth vector for the digital business. Before getting into these activities, let's take a closer look at why it is essential that a digital business be able to conceive and execute disciplined growth strategies. You don't have to think very far to see why disciplined growth strategies are so important. For example, if you have any memory of blockbuster video stores, they may center around the experience of driving with your family to rent DVDs for a weekend, maybe buying a package of microwave popcorn to go with it. If you were disciplined, you might return those DVDs when they were due. Otherwise, you would suffer the indignity of having to pay late fees. If you're like most people, you were frustrated by those late fees and the limited selection at Blockbuster, so you decided to give Netflix a try. With Netflix, you could pay a low monthly fee, order DVDs online, and have them delivered to your mailbox. When you are finished watching them, you simply pop the DVD back in their red sleeve, and the mail carrier would save you the hassle of driving them back to the store. Of course, Blockbuster could see what Netflix was doing, but the company was unable to reinvent itself. In September 2010, Blockbuster filed for bankruptcy. To its credit, Netflix saw that DVD by mail was not its ultimate endpoint. In 2007, Netflix CEO Reed Hastings realized that the iPhone would change people's viewing habits. Meanwhile, the Postal Service was planning to raise rates for delivering DVDs, which would have cost Netflix an additional $600 million. Responding to these changes, Netflix began to develop an online streaming service. In so doing, the company ran up against another challenge. Movie and TV producers would be happy to let Netflix stream their content to smartphone users, but only by paying such exorbitant licensing fees that Netflix would never be profitable. In response, Netflix decided to develop its own content. In February 2013, Ted Sarandos, Netflix's chief content officer, told GQ magazine that the company's goal is to become HBO faster than HBO can become us. By the first quarter of 2013, that strategy was paying off. Netflix's results were much better than expected. The company's stock soared 24% after it announced that it had gained 2 million new U.S. customers in the first 3 months of 2013, reaching 29.2 million, which was 200,000 more than the average of 7 estimates compiled by Bloomberg. This week, the readings, field research, and discussion forum are designed to help you develop the skills that Hastings demonstrated as he jumped on a new growth vector. While DVD by mail was maturing, Hastings invented an online streaming service, and the company's execution boosted its subscriber base and its stock price.